Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the US Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
Week after week, John Cena has stood in that ring and defended his U.S. title against anyone brave enough to answer him.
From cocky young upstarts wanting their shot at the crown to the most grizzled veterans, John Cena has taken them all on and put them all down. You have to admire Cena for continuing this open challenge. He's elevated the US title by putting it on the line every Monday night.
And the way Cena has been able to adapt to whoever answers his call has also been so impressive to watch.
Let's not sugarcoat it, guys. Cena's ego is a big part of this open challenge. This is about pride, and sooner or later, someone's going to come snap him out of it.
It is a bit of a double-edged sword. Defending the title against some of the best has to be taking its toll on him.
You gotta be kidding me! CM Punk answering Cena's open challenge.
The roof has come off of this building. Cena looks like he's seen a ghost.
CM Punk is coming for the United States title.
CM Punk, a man that perhaps knows John Cena better than anyone else in the entire WWE.
Cena's open challenge elevating the United States Championship, but let's not forget that Punk has set the standard for what it means to be the best in the world. He takes every opportunity he can to prove it.
And that is what's so fascinating about this. Punk just doesn't want to beat Cena. He wants to remind everyone that when you mention the great champions, his name comes first.
If anyone can match John Cena's fighting spirit, it might just be CM Punk.
Yeah, Punk isn't walking into this one blind either. He's faced Cena and beaten him on some of the biggest stages possible already.
And there's some added motivation for Punk here, guys. He is dead set on adding that title to his resume.
pounds, CM Punk! And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, John Cena!
Cena defending the title against anyone, anytime, and tonight it's CM Punk's time.
A lot of interesting competitors have answered Cena's open challenge over the past few months. But Punk coming out here might be his biggest showdown yet.
There's no might about it, Cole. This is the biggest challenge yet. And this one certainly feels more personal. Punk has always resented Cena, and for a time he had Cena's number with multiple victories against the franchise.
I think Punk might be a bit jealous of what John's been able to accomplish since winning the title at WrestleMania. Punk's never held the US title, and you know he'd like to win it and become an even better champ than Cena. Forcefully sent into the corner of the ring.
CM Punk has accomplished so much in his career. ECW champion, Intercontinental champion, Tag Team champion, World champion. But he's never won the United States title. Guys, how much does CM Punk want this title tonight?
He craves the United States title, Cole. If you want to call yourself the best in the world, holding every title of note's a key indicator of the moniker. And you know Punk wants to add his name to the list of legends that have held the United States Championship over the last 3.5 decades.
But even a competitor, the level of CM Punk is subject to curses. We've often seen competitors who are one title shy of a Triple Crown or Grand Slam just getting mental block when it comes to getting the last title on the list. Punk might already be seeing his title filling that last spot of high risk.
Side dive! Whatever it takes to win.
Making a splash on the outside with a truly reckless attack.
Pile driver. Good God.
I'm just going to ask this. Why has it taken CM Punk so long to answer the US Open Challenge? Is Punk intimidated by Cena nowadays? Remember, the last time these two stood face-to-face in the ring, Cena defeated Punk to earn a spot at WrestleMania.
Punk is not intimidated by any opponent. A part of me thinks Cena...
From the heavens, coming down hard with the splash.
And CM Punk is in control.
Yeah, you can just tell that Punk's outthinking Cena right now.
Opponent lifted. Evades the attack, and not a moment too soon. He saw that one coming.
Not so fast. Hurricanrana. Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
Top rope. CM Punk with the elbow.
Punk hit him hard. Cena might be in trouble right now.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And GTS connects. The challenger is not holding back.
There's two. No way. No way.
And this is what it means to be a champion. Any other mere mortal, that would have been the end of the line.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
And both athletes showing they have each other's number.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Cover, we got a new champ here.
And the new US champion, CM Punk.
Here is your winner, and the new United States Champion,
chapter for CM Punk. He is the new United States Champion.
Punk just outsmarted, outlasted, and outperformed Cena tonight.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best? Or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
CM Punk, the best in the world, ready to prove that he truly is the best. Moments away from facing off against the phenomenal AJ Styles on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Has battled legends in WrestleMania. He's stolen the show. He's made history here. This is a familiar spot for CM Punk to be in. But AJ Styles, this is his first WrestleMania. His first time ever being on a stage this big. And Punk is well aware of that. No doubt, Punk's counting on that fact.
Yes, but it's not for a lack of talent or preparedness on Styles' part. Punk's not going to underestimate Styles just because he hasn't been to the dance, because he knows that AJ Styles can pick up the choreography quicker than just about anyone.
This is huge.
But much like every person in this 100,000-plus crowd in hand, I have goosebumps like I've never felt before. This is going to be an all-time classic. And it may have taken years for AJ Styles to make it to WWE, but he is here now, competing on the biggest stage possible.
The biggest stage possible with the biggest bragging rights on the line. Who really is the best in the world? Styles soaking it all in, the magnitude of this moment, of this match.
AJ Styles finally where he's always belonged, on the grandest stage at this showcase of the immortals. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves. We're about to witness a classic for the ages, courtesy of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best in the world, CM Punk. These two have come so far, but they have always been destined to meet here.
And the time has come to finally answer the question of just who really is the best in the world. The phenomenal AJ Styles, the Second City Saint CM Punk, face-to-face in a WWE ring on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Styles and Punk have traveled up and down the same roads, wrestled in the same high school gyms and armories, competed internationally, and honed their craft to the point where they can both be called the best. But tonight, all roads have led them to this one, where only one of these men can be called the winner.
Pulled into a kneeling armbar.
Arm drag, nicely done. We are so lucky to be seeing CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off tonight. Well, they have done battle in the past, crossing paths multiple times in the independent scene in the early 2000s.
Look, I'd pay top dollar to see any version of these two men facing off in the ring, but back then, AJ Styles wasn't quite phenomenal, and Punk had yet to become the best in the world.
Indeed, gentlemen, we are seeing the best versions of both men in this ring tonight, and on the biggest stage possible. Pouncing with a flash schoolboy here.
Elevates the shoulder.
It was a solid pin, but definitely not enough to end this thing so quickly.
Down you go.
On a flying forearm smash. CM Punk and AJ Styles are known to attract followers, whether it's a club or a society. Each man frequently has backup at their beck and call.
Well, I will thank you for not bringing up the new Nexus, Michael Cole, but I will tell you this much. I firmly believe this match will be a one-on-one affair. When it's a match of this...
Perched up top. Diving knee drop. Once again, heading up. Lift off. Big height, bigger impact. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Triangle armbar submission. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Styles and Punk have obviously competed against each other outside WWE. How's that past experience and familiar? Face first. Setting up. And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here.
Oh, man.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute
CM Punk!
Whoa, look out!
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing.
He manages to stem the tide of attacks.
Good chance for Styles to regain his composure.
Driven right into the post.
Escape just in time.
Bang!
He's got something in store.
Neckbreaker! Big night for AJ Styles making his WrestleMania debut. Punk has been here quite a few times. We've seen Punk fight fair at WrestleMania, but just as often we'll see him cut corners.
Indeed, in the past we've seen Punk call in reinforcements against Rey Mysterio, using foreign weapons when attempting to end the Undertaker's streak. But tonight is a bit different. Punk has long wanted to prove that the best in the world is even better than phenomenal. And the only way to do that is by winning this match by the books.
Going up to the turnbuckle here.
Taking flight! Good Lord! Taking flight!
That had to have hurt just as much as it hurt your opponent.
No one comes out unscathed with a high-risk move like that.
Nasty one right to the chest. CM Punk has long considered himself an outcast. Most folks would have pegged him as a long shot to succeed in WWE. And once he arrived, he was never expected to be the main event competitor he is today.
You could say much the same about AJ Styles, Corey. Remember, the first time the world got to see AJ Styles, he was busting his hump in WCW's Cruiserweight division during that company's dying days, while the main eventers collected the paychecks.
Both men spent much of their career up high. Tremendous impact. And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
And at this pace, Punk's not going to let Styles get his bearings anytime soon.
Running knee! Going outside. What's he got planned here? He's going up.
From the top rope. Flying elbow drop. Patented offense from the best in the world, delivered perfectly to the
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Go to sleep.
AJ won't come back from that. Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boom. GTS.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
2 count. He stays alive. He stays alive.
Never say die. Never fade, but sustain. That's AJ Styles here.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough.
Bodies are bruised. Egos are hurt. Wills have been tested, and neither Punk nor Styles is backing down yet.
We obviously knew this match was going to go the extra mile, but this is even more than I think anyone expected.
Styles has the momentum against him here.
Yes, CM Punk's making clear that the time for pleasantries is over, and Styles finding out that the hard way.
Perched up top. Diving knee drop.
CM Punk hoists his opponent down with a GTS. That has to be the final nail in the coffin.
And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
Here is your winner,
You can't deny that both Punk and Styles gave their all in this match. Truly, we just witnessed a match for the ages.
And while AJ was just as phenomenal as he claims to be, CM Punk put his foot down and made perfectly clear to both AJ and the entire WWE Universe that he truly is the best in the world.
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get into the front of the line to beat Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
accepted the opportunity to ruin Kurt's last night on the grandest stage of them all.
What better test for the best in the world than a man he idolizes? One of very few men to achieve the amateur wrestling Grand Slam, Kurt Angle.
You can tell Punk has been looking forward to this match. This chance to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for years, CM Punk has dreamed of this moment. What a notch in Punk's belt a win here would be.
The only gold medalist in WWE history. The wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Competing in his final match after a 20-year Hall of Fame career, the only gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle!
For the final time as an in-ring competitor, Kurt Angle makes his way to the ring. The WWE Universe showing the respect to this incredible athlete.
Kurt Angle performs at his highest level when the pressure is highest. Tonight, it couldn't get any higher.
Punk fully expects Kurt Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently, a little more intense than the Kurt Angle of old.
It was CM Punk who threw a challenge at Kurt Angle. Said he wanted to give Kurt the chance to see if he could take down the best in the world in Angle's final match. What a better place to do it than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, how could Kurt resist? Angle and Punk have never met in a ring before, but they are known all over the world as two of the best. Now, at last, we get to find out who really is superior inside those ropes.
Trying armbar. Triangles in. Triangles in. This is a bad spot. He's all top.
Valiant effort being made by Angle, and the hold is broken.
Oh, what a quick answer. Finds the mark. And that kind of attack is Punk's form of respect. This is how Punk shows love.
Yeah, and Punk had him well measured.
Heading to the top now.
From above!
Launching.
Wow, cross body! And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk is managing to out-wrestle Kurt freaking Angle.
Blast off!
Angle gets out of the way.
And wait, long ago, there was an opportunity for these two men to have locked up, but the stars just never aligned.
That's correct. ECW is what you're talking about, Cole. A mid-2000s rebranding. CM Punk and Kurt Angle were positioned as the premier attractions. Punk being the young upstart with a groundswell of support.
Watch out! Oh, went for it all, but gets nothing.
He's able to dodge that one in time. And now he's taking a breather on the outside. Clearly, he's feeling a little overwhelmed at the moment. Springboard misses the target.
He's in a precarious situation.
Sit out pile driver. Remember, this match came to be in quite a rude fashion. Angle was ready to choose his final opponent, and CM Punk stole that choice away from him. A classless act from someone who claims to have so much respect for the man.
Well, that's your perspective, Michael Cole. Many others would say that Punk is doing Kurt a favor.
It's a favor? Deciding a Hall of Famer's retirement match? That's a favor?
Listen, Cole.
Up high. Wow, cross body. Angle in a distressing spot.
Angle's having trouble dealing with the best in the world.
What an axe handle. beautiful. Float over neck breaker. Picture perfect. And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
And it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, from the top with the elbow drop.
Kurt Angle taking a thunderous attack from CM Punk. Mongolian chop.
And CM Punk is in control.
Angle needs to reformulate a game plan.
Angle finally creates some more offense for himself.
He had to dig down deep to...
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Go to sleep.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Oh, directly onto the chest.
Oh, target of the arm.
And no matter how we got here, this is a match that people have been wanting to see. The Olympic gold medalist taking on the best in the world. A match that can propel both men's legacy. Opponent lifted up, jaw, meet knee, down with a GTS. Is there any life left in Kurt?
Connecting with a sharp elbow. Kurt Angle in need of a reprieve.
Punk is determined right now. Catches the boot, and now...
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Great wherewithal to dodge that.
Oh, perfect kick.
Angle gets out of the way.
Despite what has transpired leading to tonight, there's a level of respect that CM Punk has for Kurt.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi, and textbook CM Punk Anaconda vice grip.
And look at how tight a grip this hold has.
The pain on his face tells you everything you need to know. And wants to quit, cannot tolerate anymore.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
This was one to remember. Certainly a victory CM Punk will never forget. Forcing Kurt Angle to tap out to end his career with a loss here at the showcase of the Immortals.
A fitting end to an incredible career. Kurt leaves here a warrior who can hold his head high with pride. Angle gave so much to this industry, and we thank him for all he's done.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have the Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on the Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against the Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell and WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link, and tonight it will be the battleground for CM Punk and the Fiend.
Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk.
For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing the Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and the Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, the Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside Hell in a Cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight the Fiend, you survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with the Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
Or you can prepare for a wrestler. You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Flinching at the steel structure, not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the devil's playground with the devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him. You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with the Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight.
He didn't plan for this.
Well, according to my notes, CM Punk has in-ring experience against Bray Wyatt, but in reality, he's never seen this side of Bray.
Something else to note is that Punk's previous matches with Bray were tag team contests that included the rest of the Wyatt family.
Wow, so Punk's first ever singles match with Bray Wyatt is against the Fiend? I rarely bet against the best in the world, but this is a case where I just might. Thumped with a big blow. Oh, the Fiend is in for it.
Oh, God. We've seen how damaging pile drivers can be, and that one looked particularly painful.
Right on the arm. Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a one-on-one battle.
For a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is the gargantuan cell surrounding the ring. It's nearly impenetrable.
And neither man seems to welcome any allies at this point. The Fiend's transformation seems to have shed any vestiges of being a family leader. And with a match of this magnitude, I don't think Punk wants anyone at his side. Punk wants to prove he can overcome the Fiend without any help.
This has to be such an uneasy feeling for Punk right now. He's usually trying to outthink his opponents.
Yeah, but how in the world do you outthink something that doesn't even think like a human? I think Punk's going to have to rely on his speed and technical abilities here if he even wants to remotely have a chance at beating the Fiend. Both of these men have made careers by changing with the times. Punk has gone from indie darling to extremist to straight-edge cult leader to the best in the world.
I will agree that Punk's ability to evolve is commendable, but I don't think anyone has undergone a transformation quite like Bray Wyatt when he became the Fiend.
Indeed, gentlemen, Bray Wyatt was a dominant force in the main event already. But as the Fiend, he's almost unbeatable. Wonder if Punk will need to change it again to overcome tonight's challenge. Climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Perched up top. Diving knee drop.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into...
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to...
Face first. All set up. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
CM Punk looking to end things here. GTS connects. Is it enough for Punk?
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Retrieving a bag from underneath the ring. Let the guessing games begin.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Uppercut right on target.
CM Punk has to know now that this isn't just Bray anymore. The Fiend is making him realize that.
Oh!
And it looks like, yeah, he's donning the crimson mask after that move.
Oh! Driven through the cell wall with a spear! I have to imagine he's having more than second thoughts about being in this match right now, but it is far too late for that.
He's heading back to the ring.
He's setting this table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night.
Grabbing this odd bag of God knows what, surely with sadistic intentions in mind.
Uh-oh, Punk taking a look under the ring apron now.
Is that? Yeah, it's a bag, and I feel the whole WWE Universe knows what's in it.
Starting his climb up the cell with absolutely no fear. He's finally made it to the top of this demonic structure.
A dangerous position to be in. He's playing with fire now.
Inch by inch, climbing the cell. One misstep spells immediate disaster. He made the climb all the way to the top of the cell. What he does next could have major repercussions on the rest of his career.
Hopefully he reconsiders all this and climbs back down.
Driver!
Spiked him.
This is surreal. Nothing is worth this level of risk, this level of altitude.
Time to go for a ride. Exploder suplex.
A devastating fall ending in a brutal collision. He paid the price for climbing that cell.
He could be regretting that decision for months. There is long-term damage being done tonight. And talk about giving a DDT with authority. And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk fighting through the fear and putting a pounding on the Fiend.
Placed against the turnbuckles.
Oof, running knee in the corner.
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at
Pin. Oh, turning the pin around.
Why stop the count now? He must be out of his mind. He practically had the match won. Thunderous power slam. He's spreading those thumbtacks around like the seeds of pain they are.
Punk crafting an attack.
not the thumbtacks.
Just decorated with all that sharp and painful glitter now. Death by 1,000 cuts. CM Punk from the top rope.
Elbow drop connects.
Punk might have put an end to the nightmare with that. Spiked.
Time to go for...
Tosses the attacker.
The Fiend showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in. Yeah, the Fiend, oh God, onto the thumbtacks.
You can see every single... What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
The goal sleep GTS from Punk.
The Fiend got caught with all of it.
2 count. Ryan kicked out.
Might have tried to win this too soon.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
And look at this. I've never seen a more ominous bag in my life. Nothing good ever comes from this.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
The Fiend is being reprimanded for his deeds.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
The steel chair does not get much more classic than that. Setting up the table. Hopefully he's thought this.
They're setting the table on fire. Oh my God.
And into the corner he goes.
Counter right when it was needed.
Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the T.
Sequence of reversals there.
He's in a bad spot on that turnbuckle. What's in the bag?
Oh boy, emptying out that bag of thumbtacks now.
Yeah, and no doubt spreading those tacks around.
This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
It's all about winning, no matter what it takes.
Reversed.
The Fiend able to stop the blitz that was coming his way.
And if he's smart, he'll try and take advantage of the opening he's created.
Uh-oh, Wyatt, full head of speed.
Oh, directly targeting the...
Batten down the hatches. These two are loaded.
Oh! No end in sight to this exchange.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Did you hear the impact? Big foot right on CM Punk.
impressed by this level of resilience deep into a match. What stamina.
Finds the room to land a back elbow.
Gets out of there with an elbow to the gut.
No, under the thumbtacks.
All those thumbtacks, they are going to look like chopped meat after that. The carnage we've witnessed here at WrestleMania is going down in the history books. The Fiend and Punk have been unloading their arsenals, and neither one of them is showing any support.
Those thumbtacks.
Just tearing into all that flesh, turning into a human pincushion.
Here it comes. Through the table.
Burns, splinters, bruises, and fractured bone.
Top rope.
CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
2. CM Punk beats the Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE 2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. 3-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true, but that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
comes the best couple in the world.
From Chicago, Illinois, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
CM Punk and AJ Lee have both accomplished so much as individuals. Both have Hall of Fame credentials in WWE. Both have made their mark outside the business too, but the thing that means most to each of these competitors is standing right next to them. Punk and AJ are at their best together, and they're about to show the world exactly why.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and crazy is her superpower. Both of them are about to make a lot of noise tonight.
Punk and AJ have always felt like they were better than the likes of Miz and Maurice, especially when it comes to competing in WWE. Well, tonight's their chance to prove it.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Now for a real power couple in the form of the It Couple.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Maurice and The Miz.
And this is what it looks like to be truly in sync, to truly be as one, as a partnership, as a team, as a unit. The Miz and Maurice, 100% on the same page, which is more than we can say for CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Look, Punk and AJ may have less experience as a team, but you can't really buy that they're anything less than a cohesive unit. These two really can't get enough of each other, can they?
It's called being happily married. Miz and Maurice are clearly the gold standard when it comes to marital and in-ring bliss. A power couple and tag team truly deserving of the spotlight.
Big-time tag team action underway here as CM Punk and AJ Lee take on The Miz and Maurice.
Yes, and we're about to find out just who is the true ultimate power couple here in WWE.
Well, there's only one It Couple, and no offense, but it's not Punk and AJ. The camera loves Miz and Maurice, and Miz and Maurice know that nothing looks better on camera than beating two of the best in the world.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergender tag encounter.
Down around to the schoolboy, shoulders are down. Hold on.
Trying to steal one here. He ends the pin attempt for some reason. Calculating the next move here. Fighting out.
Ferocious power slam.
Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing being on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues. Well, Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who...
Going for the pin early. He manages to make it barely a 1 count.
Looking for a quick win there. Propping him up in the corner.
Oh, right into a counter. Got them off their feet here.
Oh, planted.
Don't get me wrong, AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should a man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter.
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken. So look out! Suicide dive!
The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism. An arm breaker. AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
That has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
The advantage in Lee's corner now.
And CM Punk and AJ Lee are making the A-listers look like it.
Is this it? Is this the end? And there's the kick out.
Not even a 2 count. Still holding strong here.
Drop kick to the back. Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
His core clearly the offensive. Punk now with a quick duck under and a urinal. He converts it.
He just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Oh, the elbow connects.
The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer. Their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher. Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope.
Dim the spotlight, roll the credits. Miz and Maurice are about to exit stage left.
Stopping the pin on her teammate. Oh! Oh!
All measured up. Oh, from behind. That'll give you some whiplash.
Reversal. And that turns things around. Pulling him in for the backbreaker. Ouch. Turns it around. Oh, leg lariat.
Smashed with a forearm.
Ooh, what a damaging blow. But his torso continues to be the target here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to mount any sort of attack for him now.
Crossbody. All measured up.
Oh, drop kick to the spine. And Miz now finding himself on the wrong side of momentum.
Yeah, the It Couple's spotlight's really being dimmed right now. Punk and AJ are absolutely rolling.
Shining Wizard.
And now Miz on the defense, having trouble resisting.
The Miz is in deep, deep trouble. their collective careers. CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side every step of the way.
And there's nobody who stands closer to CM Punk than that woman, his wife, AJ Lee. For the man who calls himself the best in the world, that right there is his world.
For Corey Graves and Wade Barrett, I'm Michael Cole. Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone.
Truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE2K26 showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go. And if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.
Deep in the night, I'm waiting for